All right, well, we've got a guest here at Revue de Bourbon. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Aaron Johnson.
Use a fake name.
Bill Clinton.
Hello, and welcome to Revue de Bourbon, a podcast dealing with all things bourbon. I'm your co-host, Dusty, and along with my co-host, Wayne, we're just a couple of guys who love to talk about bourbon. So, whether you're at home, stuck at work, or just in your car, sit back, relax, kick your feet up, pour yourself a drink. Enjoy the show. Hey now, welcome back to Revue de Bourbon, everybody, for a special holiday edition / Japanese edition. Ooh, yeah, 2 for 1.
Hey, who's that over there?
Who is that over there?
Oh, hey, Hot Rod here.
Yeah, that's right, everybody. Hot Rod's back. Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Oh, man, we've been missing you, I'll tell you what.
I'm real excited to be back.
Yeah, Wayne's been having withdrawals, hot rod withdrawals. Hot rod withdrawals. That's hard to say. We'll give you a little toot on the RDB horn here.
Thank you.
Welcome back aboard. It's been too long, and you come bearing gifts this time, don't you?
I do. Very special gifts. I've been real excited to share them with you.
You've been a busy boy out cultivating some unique bourbons from Japan.
That's right. The land of the rising sun. I heard that in the summertime, the sun rises at 4:30 a.m. there. I wasn't there during the summertime, but it's real sunny for a real long time during the summer.
So it's not just a clever name.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's the first fact we found out. This is going to be a very educational episode about Japan. We're going to talk about the holidays and bourbon, of course. It's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. How about you, Wayne? How you been doing?
Pretty good.
You looking forward to the holidays?
Nope.
Yeah. You're not a big holiday guy. Mm-mm. We've gone through this before.
Yeah, we shouldn't again.
Wait, I'm still confused. Is it Christmas or Thanksgiving you like less?
Christmas.
What's your favorite Christmas food?
Probably pecan pie. Usually don't eat that.
Ooh. Well, speaking of pecan pie, we have some pecan bourbon balls here tonight, homemade from Aaron. He brought these over. Yeah, pecan pie. I'm into that. What's your favorite holiday food? Christmas time food.
Well, Mama Hot Rod does this brown sugar coated squash.
Really?
With cornflakes. And the dessert is, which we've heard before, the bourbon
The drop
bread.
biscuits?
No, not the drop biscuits. The bourbon bread.
Oh, okay.
The bourbon bread is a family favorite.
Okay.
It's a great dessert.
Yeah, do you have any good recipes from Mama Shaw? We've heard them on the show before.
Yeah, she actually had a great bourbon drink recipe, and it's kind of a little twist on the hot toddy. But what she did was got
a new twist on an old favorite.
A new twist on an old favorite. Mm-hmm. She got some light and sugared, like the half the sugar apple juice. Which, if you get apple juice or apple cider, there's a lot of sugar in it. So you go the
apple juice light.
Apple juice light. You could go apple cider, but that was all they had. Mm-hmm. And then you get it nice and warm, and then you throw some Earl Grey tea bags in there to give it a nice little.
You're into that.
Like Earl Grey tea.
Yeah.
But the Kentucky cousin has. Yep.
Yeah, and then you put some honey in there, let that dissolve, and then you throw a little lemon juice in there. So the apple juice kind of makes it the different twist. So it's like an apple cider with bourbon, and then you get your favorite bourbon. We put the Bullet in there, not the Bullet Rye. I thought the Bullet Rye would maybe cut a little bit too much.
Okay.
But it just
the rye or the tea kind of cuts.
Yeah, and then it just disappears, and then you have 2 or 3 of those, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good cold wintry night.
Yeah, that's a great sounding recipe. So we're looking at apple juice, tea, bourbon, and
honey.
Lemon, and honey.
Yeah,
and the honey is your sweetener there.
That's right.
So if you really like honey, use a lot. If you don't so much, use a little.
That's why you get the apple juice light. So you can do whatever you want with it.
That sounds fantastic. Little holiday tip. Excellent. Well, let's move on to getting to the bourbon. This is exciting. We've got some bottles that you brought back from Japan, right, Hot Rod?
That's right. Import only bottles. And we're looking at the Four Roses brand.
Were these duty free?
They were absolutely duty free.
Ooh, yeah.
Each bottle, there's the Four Roses Black Label, and then there's the Four Roses Super Premium.
Not just regular premium, right?
No, Super Premium.
Unleaded.
Which is in a beautiful bottle. But yeah, you can only get these in Japan. And I did a little bit of research on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't find much on the Black Label. And we're going to do a little taste test on that to compare it to the Yellow Label. Mm-hmm. But the Super Premium is 86 proof. It comes in this really beautiful, beautiful bottle. And a couple sources were saying this is left over from the Seagram's days.
Really?
I guess their allotment or whatever they decided was going to Japan. It just kind of stayed there. It is what it is. There is no chance of it coming anytime soon. It's used with the traditional recipes, but 80% of it is aged a minimum of 8 years, and 20% of it is aged a minimum of 10 years.
Oh, cool.
So it's actually also bottled in Japan, is what some of the sources. It's still tough to find because Four Roses does not have it anywhere on their website.
Yeah.
And then a couple other places I've looked will send you to a Japanese website, but it's actually in Japanese, so
yeah,
kind of stuck.
For those people that don't know, Four Roses was a Japanese-only brand for a long time. Through, I don't know, a long before like 2000, I think. When did they get revived? By Kieran bought them, I think, around 2000. And
you get it in Canada too, right? A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can find it overseas, and I've heard you can find it in Europe too. But this bottle, which, you know, what I've seen retails for about $50, I found for like $25. So everything I found in Japan was uber cheap.
So this might have been like one of the higher lines when they were just doing Japan only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is my guess.
I haven't compared it to the single barrel or anything else.
Pretty cool bottle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bottle.
It's got a silver crest on it.
Yeah, and it's 750 milliliters rather than 700, I guess, which is, or it's 700, whatever the opposite is that we have here. Yeah, it's all in Japanese wine.
All right, so you want to taste this?
Yeah, let's
do this. Wayne, why don't you go ahead and pour us some already, huh? So what? Another bottle that we have here is a Black Label as opposed to the Yellow Label. It looks like exactly the same bottle, doesn't it?
I think it is with a different cap.
Yeah, it's
just a different color scheme.
Yeah, same label on the front, close to the same label.
Well,
it's also 40 or 80 proof.
I do notice though that the one from America doesn't have the Japanese writing on the back.
Also true. And see, this one is the 70 centiliters.
Gotcha.
And this was
slightly different size.
Just a little bit smaller.
Just a different color scheme. So we're going to see, these might be exactly the same.
Could be.
They should be by looks, but we're going to find out right here on Revue de Bourbon.
So you think about the smell between the two, if you can tell anything different.
Smell the same to you?
Smell the same, yeah.
I think the black has a little more bit of a spicy finish.
Do you?
Yep. Yeah, you can tell a little difference.
I feel like the black might be a little bit sweeter, the initial sweetness on the tongue. Yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe I got these switched around because I'm thinking the yellow one is spicy to me.
Well, maybe I got them switched around.
There's definitely one that's a little bit more spicier. Do you know what you have?
I know what I have.
All right, let me taste
yours. But you guys
yours.
didn't pour them in the same glasses.
All right, what is this one? Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll see if I can guess.
Okay.
That's the yellow one.
Yeah, that's the yellow.
Yep.
Correct.
So we got basically the same thing there. Okay.
Yeah, and it's right around the same. You know, I think I got it for $15.
$15, yep.
$18, something like that.
For me, anyway, if I didn't know there were two different things,
you would think it's the same thing. Yep. Absolutely. So if you want to take a look at that bottle, you can go to reviewtobourbon.com.
Is that on the internet?
That is on the internet. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. We're at Revue de Bourbon. Moving on to the super premium Four Roses. Yeah? All right.
I got these bottles in Hiroshima.
Ooh. You mean Hiroshima?
Hiroshima. And I think this was about $35, $40.
As we're smelling and testing this, can you just kind of give us one specific story from Hiroshima? That's kind of unique to your visit.
Well, we went to the Peace Memorial Museum from the dropping of the bomb, which is pretty intense. It was on the lines of, going to like the 9/11 museum, but just kind of being there, and it was a beautiful day walking around. I just kind of took myself to the place of those people during the day, just kind of hanging out, and then, the whole world changed after that. It was super surreal to be literally ground zero of where all the craziness happened. So that was pretty memorable.
It's one of those monumental moments.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Did you have trouble communicating?
No. We found, that smiling and pointing did a whole lot for you.
So this is a little bit more premium.
No, this is a lot more. It's super.
It's nice.
Much smoother.
Kind of an even taste.
Not a whole lot of spice to it.
It's different for a Four Roses.
Doesn't have that Four Roses, kick to it so much.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot on the back, on the back of the throat.
Really easy to drink. Moving on. That was really interesting. I'd say definitely different from anything that they put out here.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Really cool to be able to try that against the yellow label.
Yeah, the black label was similar, but the super premium you can't get anywhere around here.
Right.
And I've done some web research for what is going on the web is like $350 or $400 or $500, but that's through these wine and spirit companies that I don't know how they get it over here. I don't know if it's like an international thing. I don't know if it's even legit, but it's expensive.
Oh my God! Someone's ruining our podcast right now. He's probably going to break something soon.
Watch some deer sausage.
Oh,
wow.
My God. All right, so we've got an additional guest tonight. Kind of a surprise guest. Go ahead and turn your phone down. Thanks.
Thanks, Bill.
Sorry, I'm just checking the score.
Okay.
Too. My name is Bill Clemson.
Great. Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, I'm doing well.
Welcome to Revue de Bourbon. We've got a house full tonight, Wayne, don't we?
Big house. Full house.
I need names here. So
It's nice. We got Hot Rod over here.
Hot Rod. Okay.
Wayne and Dusty.
Bill, obviously a newcomer that's never listened to the podcast. That's okay.
Yeah, thanks for not listening, Bill.
Thanks for the support.
Here we are. We're making our way through Japan, thanks to Hot Rod here. He brought us a couple great selections from Japan.
Mm-hmm. This one right here.
Yeah, we had the Super Premium Four Roses, which we determined is aged like 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10, yeah.
It's kind of an old Seagram's brand that's left over from probably a while ago.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that information.
But that's what you gathered.
Yeah.
Can I get a flavor of that?
Yeah, and once again, if you want to see that bottle, you can go to reviewtobourbon.com. And while you're there, click the PayPal button and give us a little donation. No matter what amount, we'll put it towards the show and give you a shout-out on the air. And if you don't want to do that, if you're in the giving mood, go to iTunes and rate us on iTunes. That helps us out a lot. And leave a review for us. We'd be very appreciative. And that would be the best Christmas gift you could give to us, really.
Maybe it's a big Japan tourism thing. Like, if you go to Japan, then you can get this.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you go there just for that?
No, but I did go in mind knowing that I would seek out specific bourbons that you could not get here. And I went probably to 35 liquor stores, whether it was just walking in them. One I traveled to in Tokyo the last day I was there. When I was in Hiroshima, I found this great liquor store that was right on the corner that had a ton. I guess there's one called a Yellow Rose of Texas that you can't get in the States. Mm-hmm. And there was a yellow label and a blue label. They were both, about $10, $12.
What was the name of that?
Wow.
Yellow Rose of Texas.
This
And I
is
wasn't.
Four Roses, right?
No, this is not Four Roses.
Okay.
I'm not sure who
It's just a
who
whiskey?
did it because it was a bourbon. Oh, it's a bourbon, yeah. But, they're all in Japanese on the bottles. And then there is a Wild Turkey, I guess, 12-year that you can't get here that I searched for that I could not find.
12 and 13, right? That you can't get
I
here?
think so, yeah. There are a couple of Wild Turkeys that you can't get here. So I looked for that. And there's one Fighting Cock that you cannot get here that you can get there. So I found a couple of Yellow Rose of Texas. I brought back 6 bottles, and I didn't want to take the chance of bringing back any more for fear that it'd get taken.
You thought a half a dozen seems about right.
Yeah, it felt good. 6 is a nice round number. So I found these bottles, and I said, oh, well, we're going to go to Tokyo later. Well, we can definitely find them here. And my special lady friend said, no, we should just go ahead and get them here. It was a good thing I did because I searched far and wide in Tokyo, and I couldn't find any of them, any of the import only, except for one, which was the Blanton's Barrel Proof, which hopefully we can do a little later, which is, I feel like, the holy grail.
Blanton's Barrel.
So Blanton's Barrel Proof.
I found this liquor store on this blog that was like, we can give you the address, but you'll never find it. So it was literally like a treasure hunt. It was you have to take this train to this train, get off on. You need to walk to this street. The thing about Tokyo is there are miles and miles of shops underground. So it's like New York City, Manhattan, but there's also another Manhattan underground. 2 and 3 levels of just shops. So you could stay down there forever.
It's really wild there.
And it was
wild.
go to this street, go down to this bus station underground, find the 23 door, not the 24. So go in the 23. There's only one way you can go, and you'll find it. And eventually I found it, and it was just this whole wall, like 8 shelves high, and just rows, like an old library where they had stairs that you would have to, rolling stairs where you could taste every single thing that they had for $1 or $1.50.
That's a great deal.
No,
right
it's amazing for what you think you would get it for, and then they're expecting you to buy it. But you could literally taste everything they had. They had a ton of scotches, but even they didn't have. They had a lot of stuff that you can get here, and they only had a few bottles of the import only. So I trucked this stuff around all of Japan to bring it back to Revue de Bourbon.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'll tell you what, I'm in the holiday spirit. I don't know about you guys. As Hot Rod was talking, I was pouring everybody this Evan Williams that came from Japan.
Yeah.
It's the red label Evan Williams. Can you tell us the down low on this? What's the deal?
Yeah, so this is a fun one. This is one of my most favorite that I brought back. So this is a 12-year Evan Williams. It's 101 proof. This is also not listed on their website. I can find very little info about it. But to all the listeners, I thought this was import only, but apparently you can now get this just recently at the Evan Williams Experience in Louisville, Kentucky, down on Market, I think.
Right.
Now, how much do you think I paid for this? How much would you pay for this bottle?
I don't know. I haven't tasted it yet.
Well, all right. So
Go
we're
ahead
going to be comparing it to the Bald and Bond, which is 100 proof.
Right.
That's 100 proof.
This is 101 proof.
I would pay
101
$20 at least for the bottle and bond.
Okay.
Probably more.
And
Sure.
it's the same. It's almost the same packaging.
So
it's just red.
I got this for about $18. I actually called. I saw on a website where someone had purchased this. And I thought, no, not my special Japanese bourbon. But I called Evan Williams today. As soon as they opened, they said, yes, they do sell it It is priced at $130.
Get out of here.
It's the only place in the United States that you can get it. It's $129.99.
That's insane.
And I got it for about $20.
That's the plan then. Four Roses.
That's like
is gonna start
$100
selling-
off of your ticket to Japan.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would look at it that way.
See a money-making scheme coming.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're going to get in trouble. Let's just
All
not
right.
do that.
So let's give this a go. I'm super eager to find out. Now,
Well, I've already.
we're going to
drank
compare
mine.
this to the bottled in bond. And we're talking 12 years, right? Compared to...
Probably 4.
Well, like just look at the color.
Oh, yeah, there's a huge difference there.
Yeah, big difference in color.
Much richer,
Yeah.
Much darker.
Oh, wow.
caramely color.
That is good.
Yeah, as you can tell,
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this bottle.
This
it's
is
nearly
really,
all
really
gone.
good one.
Yeah.
Bill, what do you think? Some tasting notes?
Mine's gone, so I kind of forgot what it tasted like.
Have a little bit of mine. I get, which is nice, I get a little bit of chocolate.
I think it's definitely more rich. Kind of up my alley, like we were talking, like barrel proof style.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We were talking about Stag and Blanton's earlier. This kind of has the same richness to it.
If you told me this was Evan Williams barrel proof, I would totally believe it.
Yeah. It's got a lot of spice. I like to say this is the one that hit me on like the back of the nose. Like where you get that tingle right at the back of the throat and the bottom of the nose rather than, the bottom of the throat.
I get
or
it the
whatever.
exact same spot.
Yeah.
Right, but it doesn't burn.
What kind of flavors are you getting, Wayne?
Like a little bit of cherry, which I noticed in a lot of them that have a lot of that you can taste it been in the barrel a long time. You get some cherry, like a little bit of leather almost.
Yeah, the woodiness comes out for sure. It's a well-crafted bourbon.
I got a little upset when I heard it was $130 because I feel like this is the one that should be shared. This is the one, if it were 75 or 80, I feel like, dude, price point right on.
Yeah.
But
Get
130, I feel like is going to scare people
out of
away.
reach.
But it's also, if you're there at the Evan Williams experience and it's very exclusive, you're going to buy it because maybe you're here to taste some different bourbons that you can't get anywhere else. But I definitely don't like the exclusivity of it. If I didn't get it in Japan for so cheap, I probably would never taste it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I'd probably taste it and I'd probably be very upset that it was so expensive.
If that was $20 in Japan, what cost $130 in Japan?
They have some Japanese whiskeys over there that were about $400, $500.
I will say for sure, out of all the offerings I've had from Evan Williams, that's no doubt the best.
Even looks like a Christmas bottle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah, you got to go on the website if you haven't seen this bottle and take a look at it. It's just all red. And I fucking love bright colored bourbon bottles.
Yeah.
That's
You
why I
love
love Mellow,
Mellow
Corn,
Corn? Yeah.
Old Granddad. But Old Granddad just changed theirs, so their top isn't orange anymore. It's a black top. We're coming at you with a brand new Quick Draw.
I have no idea what that means.
Go get it.
All right, let me tell you about Quick Draw. This is a game show that is only on Revue de Bourbon. It's sweeping the nation. It's one of the hottest bourbon games in the land. And it's a series of 5 questions told rapidly in a matter of 60 seconds. I will ask Wayne these questions. They might be statements. They might be opinions. They might be questions. We don't know. We have no idea.
No
I
one
will
knows.
tell him
Uh-oh.
a theme, however. That's all he gets is a theme. Tonight's going to be about Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I'm excited.
I'm still confused with the point of this game.
I don't know much about Japan,
I guess
really.
I'll figure it out.
That's perfect.
Wayne, you know the rules of the game, right?
No, go.
What is Japan's biggest sport?
Soccer.
Sumo wrestling. What is Japan's biggest export?
Electronics.
Vehicles.
Ah.
What is Japan's biggest person? Round to the nearest 100.
You know Yokozuna.
500.
Correct. What is Japan's biggest import?
Bourbon.
Oil.
Ah.
What is Japan's biggest statue?
Biggest statue?
Can you...
The real big one.
I know this one.
Correct.
I know this one.
What is it?
Ushiku Daibatsu.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
That was
yeah,
horrible.
Wayne.
Good job.
Ugh.
Okay, I think you got 3 out of 5 there.
Wow. How about that?
We've had a hell of a time with you. Hot Rod, thanks again.
Thank you.
Okay, this has been Revue de Bourbon. On behalf of myself, Dusty Pockets, and our guest,
Bill Clemson.
Hot Rod here.
and as always,
Wayne Cartwright.
this has been Revue de Bourbon. We look forward to seeing you next time. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody, and we'll be back probably for a New Year's episode, right, Wayne?
Probably so.
We'll ring it in with you. We'll see you next time.
Take a break and have some other whiskeys.
I want that.